Hello everybody, welcome back to some Skyrim Dawnguard. Um, so, was it last part? Maybe. It was last part of the part before, where we did that fishing quest where we fought the giant ghost crab. Well, I thought that was the last one, but it turns out that it wasn't. So, I got this new letter. Oof. Thank you for everything you've done for the fishery as well as your heroic deeds on the northern shore. I'm writing to let you know that I can no longer provide you with fishing bounties. Allow me to explain. The others at the fishery have never understood my appreciation of mud crabs, and a recent battle has only increased my respect for these lovely clawed creatures. I've learned so much about how to raise them, all thanks to the juvenile mud crab you brought me not long ago. And so I've decided to leave the fishery to strike out on my own as a crab merchant. There's space for a market stall in the Grand Plaza, but I don't have the materials I need to build it. I'm no smithy either, so I'll have to buy the materials myself. I plan to spend every waking hour working to save up for it. I'll need a large bundle of wood, nails, iron fittings for the stall doors, and a lock to keep my earnings safe. One day I'll have my dreams of my own market stall brimming with crab. Swims in deep water will no doubt be repulsed. He's never kept his disdain of mud crabs a secret. Speaking of our fish-loving friend, you can still seek work from him if you are so inclined. Alright, so we can actually do this rather quickly. In fact, I have a woodcutter's axe on me, and I do believe that I can chop wood over here. Although it didn't... Okay, yeah. Right, yeah. Because, yeah, we can do this very, very quickly. And since it does seem to be... Because, like, the swims in deep water, like, I did do a series of quests for him, but literally all it was fishing. He would give me, like, a list of freshwater fish, and then he would give me a list of fish that you could only catch when it rained. And then, underground fish, ocean fish, and then rare fish, I think was his series of quests. And then it was just every time that you brought him back, he would take the fish from you and then just give you the next one. And then once you were done, you were done. So I mean, I didn't really show you guys. I showed you like the very beginning of the fishing quest. In all honesty, if I had known what the fishing quests were for this chick here, Varia, whatever the fuck her name is, Varia, I probably would have done her series of quests on camera because they were all interesting and actually like stuff happened. Whereas obviously the Swims in Deepwater quest was just fishing, which I don't think would make a very good part. But I figured since we're doing Dawnguard side quests, we may as well show you, or I may as well show you the last of the that's that. You can stop now. This is weird. Oh, and I apparently actually got the firewood from that. Okay, well, we may as well go to Riften anyway, because we need a blacksmith stall to get the rest of it. And I think the thing that I have...
Yes. What did you need?
Lets me craft those for free, if I'm not mistaken. Right, what do I need? Lock, iron fittings, and nails. I mean, to be fair, that's not even all that much. Dead thief on the ground.
Oh, what happened?
Building materials. Lock. 4 iron fittings and 20 nails. Fittings. Yeah. And it was 20 nails. Alright.
Oh, these people seem nervous.
Oh wow, another
Which
thief
makes
here.
me nervous.
There's been a lot of thief activity
Working
in
at the
this
Riften
town
fishery
lately.
is tough.
Like ridiculous. Like pretty much every time that I came back to this town, there was another thief. Um, and they are not good at staying alive, to say the least. Look, her little mud crab is all grown up. Snippy. Here's everything you'll need to build a stall in the plaza.
By the gods, I don't even know what to say.
I'll stop by the plaza tomorrow once you've gotten everything set up.
Thanks. I'll see you there.
Alright, well, we may as well wait 24 hours out here. That way it'll be there when we load in. Because I don't know whether or not it would pop in while we were, if we waited, like, where it went. To be fair, I don't even know where it went. For all I know, I could end up standing exactly where it was. But I'm interested to see in what she's going to sell. Like, I'm curious if, because, like, she's talking about mud crabs, but I mean, is she going to sell, like, the mud crab chitin and crab meat and that, or is she going to sell, like, pets?
Let's get indoors, or in a cave, anywhere, just out of this.
May the gods watch over your
mud crab parts it is.
I'm waiting.
Looks like you're all set up.
It would seem so. I wanted to give you this, a token of my appreciation.
Good luck, Berea. I hope everything works out with your new venture.
Thanks. Good luck out there.
Buying and selling fine jewelry
Alright.
here.
And then I can't even actually buy anything.
Until
from her,
next
so
time.
that's interesting. Where are you going? Anyway. So, back to Fort Dawnguard. Not Castle Dawnguard. I mean, it's a castle. And this time we'll talk to Florentius to see if he will give us a quest. To find one of the artifacts. So I did do a little reading before I started recording to see if what I thought was true, where you had to do other quests. Turns out you don't have to, it's just, it's more likely.
Arkay's been watching over me for years.
What can I do to help?
Sorin needs help with her project. Speak with Gunmar. He has something for
That's
you.
what it is.
Farewell.
Hope you're getting a... I like what Eastron has done with the place. It's good.
What can I do to
Ready
help?
for more? I certainly am. Be a dear and fetch me another set of Dwemer diagrams?
Alright. So that's what it was. When
Until
you
next
talk to
time.
him, he'll either give you a quest or send you to one of the other people for a quest, and that's why you shouldn't do all of her quests first, because if he sends you to her for a quest, because I do believe that this ancient technology thing is the only quest that she has. So if you talk to him and he sends you to her, you're fucked. Like, you have to reload. Although he sent us to her or Gunmar. Oh, right, yes, alright. Okay. I don't know why it took me quite that long to work it out in my head. But yeah, so you don't want to do her quest so that when he sends you to do another quest, you can do hers instead of having to do one of Gunmar's, which is just like a basic go kill the vampire, go rescue the person, whatever kind of quest, you know.
You won't sleep.
You. Now this giant, no, I was gonna say isn't fighting me, and he isn't. He's fighting Saranda now.
Done and done.
But I'm pretty sure he was fighting the dragon, which is why he ended up over here, because I don't know why else he would be over here. Unless there's like a random chance for him to show up here. Because these guys do hunt mammoths, like we do find mammoth bodies in here,
Yes.
so.
What did you need?
Ah, sneak attack with a two-handed weapon. I was gonna say I should have the key to this place, because I do like picking up the keys. So I don't get the lock-picking experience, but at the same time, if I have to revisit a place, I can actually just burn through it.
Time to end this little...
Alright. Serana, I think you electrocuted me there a little bit, but... Well, I guess we may as well take some of the other stuff out of here as well. Alright. Let us away with our schematics. So yeah, instead of talking to her every time, we'll
Let's
talk
move
to the other
faster.
guy and
Besides,
hope.
It's not great for my.
I mean, you're fine.
If you
Vampires in Skyrim, the Volkahar there, they're pretty good with the sun.
Again.
Yeah. They don't. Corpses apparently don't travel well, or walking corpses. I mean, technically, that corpse or that bandit there that she raised wouldn't have made it anywhere near this place if we had walked
Hope
back.
you're getting along with Isran. He'd take some getting used to.
I'm back from Halted Stream Camp with the Dwemer exploding ice bolt schematic.
Let's see what you've got there. I see. Similar to the exploding bolt, only this one will cause damage with splintering shards of ice sharp as glass. Charming. Here, let me show you how it's made. Assuming you have the smithing skills, you should be able to make this yourself at Gunmar's Forge. Either way, I'll have some for sale soon.
Okay.
See you.
Now we just need to find
Arcade's
French's.
been watching over me for...
What can I do
with
to help?
Gunmar. He has something for you.
Oh, just purely Gunmar, not even. Alright.
Cozy little place, isn't it? I've discovered the web. Destroying the head vampire is usually sufficient
Uh-huh.
to scatter its minions, though it's best to destroy every last one of them.
Yep, working on it. Come on, Serrano, let's go kill us some vampires. Oh. Where are we going anyway? Pine Moon Cave, another place we've already been. I do believe that there is a couple locations after we're done with Dawnguard.
another cave. I've spent enough time underground myself, but if you want to go. Yes?
That only
What did you mean?
vampires get sent to. That we'll have to clear out. Because yeah, instead of
What's that? Now
the vampire side of this does tend to go a little bit faster, in all honesty. The side quest bit, because you don't have the crossbow or the schematics for it to build up. And instead of Florentius giving you quests to find artifacts and repeatedly sending you to different people, unless she raised one of the vampires. Instead, you have a vampire sending you to find these special rings, I do believe, that give you different. They either power up your vampire stuff, or they actually give you like new vampire stuff. Either way, I don't believe that you have side quests that you have to do in between those. Now, hopefully, with that, Florentius will now give us one of his
This is
quests.
fine for now, but we cannot afford to relax.
Sure. And he's not home. Alright. Did he move when I talked to him, maybe? Oh, there's a lot of people not home. Okay, yeah, I really don't know where he went. But I guess we'll check out here, and looks like these two are sleeping at the table. Okay, is he over by his... Yeah, there he is.
I once killed 30 vampires.
Sure you
Speak
do.
with Gunmar. He has something
I
for
don't
you.
want to speak with Gunmar. I want you to give me a fucking quest, you tool.
Our sense of what's right. I've learned, and while I do not pay a visit, then root out the monster and destroy it. Take care of yourself.
There is like actual light. Sent me Dawnstar, current whereabouts. Okay, so I need to go find the Seren guy and then go kill the vampire. You know, it's weird, the dragon that attacked at the halted stream camp there didn't actually, like, attack me. It's nice, it's good. What time is it? Just wait until everybody wakes up, I guess.
I helped my husband Rust. Not much.
No, that's
The
not what I
land
wanted.
is beautiful, but I can't.
Looking for a
I
vampire.
don't know what you're talking about. That letter's the last I've heard of him and mentions where he is.
Oh god, is
The
that
king.
Anselbund? Oh, am I falling?
Leave me alone.
Apparently. Ugh. Hopefully there's like a shortcut that I can take into like the back end of this.
Yeah? Another cave. I've spent enough time underground myself, but if you want to go in, I'm right behind you.
Yeah, you can warn me all you want. You apparently aren't a very good guard. God, it's not even in like the first
Something's
chamber.
not right here. Be careful. I think we may be in for some trouble.
We're always in for trouble. You know, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to jump up there. But that would be the shortcut out. Which means we can't use it as a shortcut back in. Do you hear some Draugr creaking around? Creakio bones. Yeah, skeletons, yes. Draugr, whatever.
Done and done.
Okay, goodbye to you.
Where'd you come from?
Surprise! Oh, more skelly screws. Oh, I could have talked to her.
Did you hear something?
Oops. Not that it matters. I mean, I'm not quite sure why she didn't. Why she didn't hear me. I'm sure that I really could have. Because, you know, people who live in these kinds of places generally aren't up for a chat. And I may be lost now. Through there? I mean, I guess. I'm not going that way. No, another one of those. I don't know how much damage those do. In theory, they should kill you, right? Can't remember what game it is. But I do like games where, like, once you've, like, leveled up a lot or something, and you become, like, really powerful, it then makes, like, certain enemies just no longer attack you. Because they just know that it would be the death of them. A master conjurer.
Done and done.
Good. Fuck, now I need to open this shit again. isn't it like... No. Oh shit, this is the one where like you have to solve it based off of like the book, right? Ah, fuck. Well, I mean, I don't have the book on me, so... Apparently I didn't take that journal either. Eagle, snake, whale. I don't know why it's so, like, stuttery when I pick something up, but... Oh, shit. Eagle, snake... Eagle, snake, whale, snake, I guess. Make sure that I leave that book there. I have a feeling I did pick up this journal, and it just spawned another one. Eagle, snake, whale, snake. Alright, good. I hate it when they put vampires in here. I don't know why he's only sending me to Gunmar, though. God, so many traps here.
I knew I heard something.
Oh, you know what? I do believe that, Immortals, Phoenix Rising there, that game had that, where once you got strong enough, the random animals that were around, like the bears and that weren't corrupted by Typhon, they would stop attacking you. Oh, you. Because that was nice. Finished that game, by the way. The base game, great, loved it. The first DLC, A New God, really good. Could see why some people wouldn't like it, because it is basically like... well, people compare it to Breath of the Wild a lot, so if you haven't played Immortals, but you played Breath of the Wild, they have things very similar to the shrines, like little puzzle things there.
I knew it.
They have things very similar to that, and except they're called vaults. And A New God is all vaults. It's all little puzzle places, and I loved it because I really like the puzzles. I didn't enjoy all of the puzzles, obviously. There were some that were rather annoying. There were none that I found particularly hard to solve. Like, I had to know what I needed to do, but to actually do it, mainly when it came to the there's blocks that if you hit them they start to float. Though those puzzles generally were pretty those particular puzzles were generally annoying, because even after I finished them all, I still don't quite grasp exactly how how did I come into this place? I came in through here, right? So I should be able to find an exit if I go up. I don't know. I still don't really 100% know how they worked, because like sometimes they would float up higher, sometimes they wouldn't float up as high. Like it was all just very annoying. A lot of the time. Other than that, though, I don't think, like, I loved how many, like, little puzzles there were. Like, a lot of people would probably say, oh, it's not really a puzzle, but, I mean, there's only so much you can do for a puzzle. You know, like, because I feel like a lot of people who, like, what a lot of people call puzzles in games of that, they're not really puzzles, they're just annoying. Or when they're like, oh, look at this puzzle, you know, it wasn't meant to be a puzzle. Like, I know that a lot of people play, like, Resident Evil 4, it's like, oh, look at this puzzle, I got this thing, and then they fit together, what a puzzle. It's like, it isn't a puzzle. Like, nobody, including the developers, would call that a puzzle. Like,
our compassion compels us to destroy it.
They would call it, you know, find the key, you know. I'm gonna quick save here and see what he.
Over me for years. I've been poring over some of the tomes left here in the keep. Interesting stories indeed. Seems the previous incarnation of the Dawnguard had, at one time, some interesting toys. Arkay and I think it could be a great advantage for us. You should look into retrieving it.
What is the artifact?
A powerful warhammer imbued with magic that places warding runes on the ground to obliterate its wielder's foes. Sounds useful.
Understood.
Go with the light.
Suddenly turn my monitor up again. I don't mean like contrast or something. Like they literally, like they angled it back up so that it was more straight with the desk.
May your next fight bring you victory,
right.
friend.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the puzzles in it, and the fact that a new god was all puzzle places. Like there was some combat in it, but I mean, overall, it was a puzzle DLC, and I fucking loved it. And then the second DLC, the Secrets of the Eastern Realm, Myths of the Eastern Realm,
myself, but if you want to go in, I'm right behind
whatever it was called, it was good. The way it ended
Something's not right.
was a little meh, just because of like the length of it. It had an ending that would have been
I knew I heard something.
better with a longer game. Combat wise, it was basically the same. You got more or less all of the skills that you had in the base game, like right away. I think the only thing, like, just like in the base game, you had to do a dungeon or two, or I think just one maybe, to get the wings, and then but like everything else you had, like your air dodge and everything. So bashing places a rune on a nearby surface. The rune explodes for 50 points of fire damage when enemies come near. So yeah, we do get to keep this as well. There we go, the Dawnguard rune hammer. And if you bash, nope, that's not bash. There it is. So when you block and hit, it places a fire rune down, which is pretty cool. And a fairly unique enchantment. And as you can see, it doesn't have like a bar or anything, so you can always do that. Like nothing will stop you from putting that down. You can put down as many as you want, however many times you want. I don't think that a follower can use... I don't know if a follower will ever use that ability. Otherwise, it would be a great one to give to them. But it is a pretty good weapon. But anyway, yeah, it was pretty good. The enemies were all basically just reskinned versions, and I will say fairly lazily reskinned versions of the base game ones. And while you did feel weaker, I don't think that it was specifically that you were weaker. I think that it was just that the way he fought had more room for him to
Arkay's
miss.
been watching over me for years now. He says he's not too sure about you yet, though.
Sure, I've retrieved the rune hammer from Broken Fan Cave.
Well done. I said you'd return victorious. Arkay wasn't so sure. Wield it bravely. Arkay has your friend, kidnapped. A vicious Night Stalker rule. Arkay is so hard to understand when it comes to life and death. Is he still alive?
Captain Lonely Gale from Morvunsker. You know what? I'm gonna go back to that. Because I really don't want to. Because not only does that risk that person dying, it's a very small chance, but still a chance. I don't want to go to that place.
Arkay's been watching over me. Well done. I said return victorious. I once killed 30 Speak with Gunmar. He has something for you.
Okay, let's just do this until he hopefully will give us the right one. But yeah,
Speak with Gunmar.
it was pretty good.
He has something.
I did really enjoy it. Like I said, the ending was a little lackluster. They didn't have as many puzzle dungeons to do, but they didn't have as much
Speak with Gunmar.
to do overall because of its much smaller size. But overall, I really enjoyed it. It was basically the same game with a different story, which is pretty much all I asked for.
Speak with Gunmar. He has something for
but
you.
the third DLC. Oh my god. The third DLC, the Lost Gods. I was so excited to play this because I was like, oh, we get to see like Hades and Poseidon and that. We're just gonna do another one of these.
I like what Eastron has done with. It's amazing what I'm able. Want to head out there and collect some more?
Yeah. So you play as a human, so you're automatically weaker. Or you play as some random human, so you're automatically weaker. Because she was just like a shrine. I don't know. You find her sweeping up in a shrine, like she was a nobody. You don't get your wings. You don't get your double jump right away. You lose. You start.
Who's there?
You start that DLC with less than you started the base game with. And considering that you're not only supposed to have played the base game already before you play this, because the Mists of the Eastern Realm doesn't tie into the main game at all. A new god takes place immediately after the base game, and the Lost Gods takes place after that. And they do take place in sequence, and they do reference each other. Like if you played the Lost Gods, you would have spoilers for the rest of the game, right? If you decide to play the Lost Gods first.
Looks like we got ourselves a hero.
Oh, I think that was Serana's. And to go with that, being even more piss poor weak than you were before,
Who's there?
it's not even the same game. It's like the camera angle and everything. It's all completely different. It's Diablo. Like it's a Diablo style. It's not the same game that I bought. It's not it's bad. It's just horrendous. The nice thing is you have a compass mini map instead of just the compass. You have a little mini map. Everything on the mini map, or everything on the map, automatically appears on the mini map when you get close. So like you don't need to search for it. As long as you're running around exploring, it'll show up on the mini map.
Cozy little place, isn't it?
Hope you're getting along. I like what he's run. Back already? Can't wait. Let's see. Ooh, this diagram explains how to fashion a bolt that will send a jolt of shock through whatever it hits. Testing this will require some extra precautions, I think. Here, let me show you how this works. I'll have some for sale soon.
Okay.
See you.
Arcade,
Save.
I once killed. Speak with Gunmar. He has.
Alright, well, if he's gonna be a prick, we're just gonna
Arcade's been watching
finish
over
off
me
the
for
crossbow
years now.
schematics.
He says he's not too sure about you yet.
Very few people appreciate. I'm starting to think you like this as much as I do. Here's the location of the next set of Dwemer diagrams. Thanks.
But yeah, it's Diablo. But here's the thing, right? Like, when you play Diablo, you don't have to climb. You don't have to jump. You run around and you kill stuff. And that, right?
Yes? What did you need?
But because all they basically did was take the like they made basically another version of the base game and then gave you a shitty camera
Another
angle to
cave.
do it
I've spent enough time on.
and took away all of your movement abilities. Like, I played it for a few hours there and I had double jump. That was pretty much it. Like,
Yes.
oh, maybe not.
What did you need?
Oh, okay, I had a little bit more than just double jump, but the point is that I had very little
Stay on your guard.
worthwhile and for movement abilities. Like I played it for a few hours, I never got the wings. And then you had to pick up like 5 million fucking things off the ground all the time. Because like the way that you upgraded your stuff was similar to the first game, where like it's like, oh, you need the materials to upgrade it, sure. But there was just so many more materials to get in this one. And to go along with that, they also had shrines that you could pray at, that you had to activate, that were kind of like your fast travel points. But to fast travel, to save your game, you needed things that you picked up off the ground. You needed materials to do that. It wasn't just save your game. And it wasn't just fast
Where'd you
travel.
come from? Never should have come here.
Done and done.
And it was just so horrendously pointless, because there was so much of them around. But it's one of those things where it's like, well, now that I know that I need that, and then every non-unique thing that you could pick up respawned every day, every 24 hours. Enemy-wise, it took you significantly longer to kill any of the enemies, but they spawned them everywhere. You couldn't move like 5 fucking feet without having to fight like a billion fuckers. And if they saw you, you couldn't just like, because like in the main game, if you were like running around like, enemies have spawned, you could just leave. And that was that. Like, you would just fuck off. You couldn't fucking do that here, because they would chase you to the ends of the fucking
Hope
earth.
you're getting along with each. You never disappoint. What have you got there? Is it really? It is. I was hoping we'd find this. It's a diagram for a Dwemer crossbow. Much more sophisticated and powerful than the ones we use. Here, let me show you how it's made. Assuming you have the smithing skills, you should be able to make this yourself at Gunmar's Forge. Either way, I'll have some for sale soon. Alright, one more set of Dwemer plans to go. Think I'll be sad when we're done collecting these. Who knows though, maybe more plans will turn up in the future. But
Now,
can't
I
wait
don't
to
know.
see these drawings. Go on, get out of here.
Now, I don't know
Good
if
day.
that remark, maybe more will show up in the future, was because the developers decided or thought that it's like, maybe we'll add some more in the future, something, or maybe they're like, if we say that, then, if somebody makes a mod, because they're well aware of how modded their games get, then, they can just add it to her. It's like, I found another one. But anyway, and no other ones show up. But yeah, you couldn't run away from any of the fucking enemies because they would just chase you. Like I tried a couple times to just leave. You couldn't just leave because the enemies would always chase you.
Done and done.
And it was super fucking annoying, especially since, like I said, couldn't kill them as fast. And then you also had other blessings that you could get. You could with the shrines, if you were on the right, or if you had the right shrine, you could make a miracle happen, which was necessary to do some of the stuff. Like, for example, there was like poison clouds around certain areas, but you needed to do this one miracle in order to get rid of the poison clouds, so you could actually do the stuff that was within them, right? Which wouldn't have been bad, except that to do the miracles once again, instead of just having to find the right shrine or something, or having a quest associated with getting the miracle accomplished, it was just, oh, you need to pick up these random loot drops.
Yes? What did you need?
And then not only that, I think that one needed 3 fangs of something or other. That was also a rare spawn. And it's like, I don't...
Hope you're getting along with East. You never
It was just so bad.
What have you got there? Now this is a find. Plans for improving the Dwemer crossbow. This should add some extra punch to an already devastating weapon. Here, let me show you how this works. I'll have some for sale soon.
Alright. Okay, well, let's see what you have for sale.
Not easy to
Because I
get
don't know if she
supplies way out
automatically
here,
has
but I'm
one.
managing.
Oh, she does. The
Take a
enhanced dwarven crossbow. As you see, 109 damage. And then we have the exploding dwarven bolts. We have a bunch of other bolts for sale. Fire, ice, shock. Which obviously do more than the steel ones. I don't think you can make better ones than the dwarf. I mean, you can make better crossbow bolts. Well, I don't know if you can make the bolts actually, but you can find better, more damaging ones. But I don't think that you can make better or find better ones that do the fire, ice, and shock. But we'll buy these because why not? Then let's see, 8, 12, 10, 10, 15. So we'll grab those. I mean, obviously my bow still 256 compared to the crossbow that does 109, but it does look pretty cool. Whoops, does look pretty cool. Okay, we need to find Serene. He might have actually been in there, but nope. Let's see, where is that? Because I don't know. Can I upgrade this thing? I can with a dwarven metal ingot. Interesting. So I may actually be able to make this just as good as my bow. Well, maybe not just as good as my bow, but possibly. But we'll worry about that later. Alright, Flourishes.
Arkay's been watching over me for years. Speak with Gunmar. He has something for you. Arkay, bless you, friend.
But yeah, so that was really annoying. And then, like, because of the angle that the camera was at, trying to, like, get up certain things.
Track him down, tread lightly. The law is on the light be with you.
Trying to get up some locations, trying to get around to certain places was so fucking annoying. Just purely because of the camera angle, it was a lot harder to judge the distance that you were jumping to, you know? So yeah, we need to discreetly kill this guy.
Why? What do you want?
I'll take you to the monster you're hunting.
Monster? What Lead the way. But I'm warning you. Do anything funny, and you'll regret it.
Sure.
Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin.
But yeah, it was just not good. I didn't even end up finishing it. I made it a little ways in. I think I got, because like the whole point of the DLC is to get the gods who weren't in the main game in that to go back to Olympus. 40 bounty added and removed because the only person who saw me was the person I killed. Yeah, see, so I feel like he was coming at me because he was, because like the bounty was added. But anyway, yeah, I gave up. It just wasn't fun. It was just very much not fun. So like if anybody gets the urge to play Immortals Phoenix Rising, highly recommend it. If you really enjoy the Vault of Tartarus in the base game, highly recommend a new god. If you didn't like them, don't get a new god, because that's basically the whole thing.
Cozy little place, isn't this? Though there's plenty more where he came from.
Yes.
And then if you enjoy the base game, I'm still gonna do this in case he tries to send
Arkay's
me to
been
rescue
watching over
someone.
me. Speak with Gunmar. He has something for you.
Take care of
Arkay, bless you, friend.
This is fine for now, but we can't. I found he's holed up. We need to destroy him before he turns his comrades into a brood of vampires.
And then, yeah, if you enjoyed Orphan's Tear, I don't remember that place. And then if you enjoyed the base game, I would recommend Myths of the Eastern Realm, because, oh, it took both. That makes more sense. Because, like I said, it is a good DLC.
I'm no fan of the sun, but it would be better than this.
Honestly, I do not know. I do not know a combination of things that would get me to recommend the Lost Gods. I really can't. Like, because here's the thing, right? It's like, a lot of people were like, you know, if I wanted to play Diablo, I'd play Diablo. Even if you enjoy Diablo, because I've played Diablo, I enjoy it well enough. Every once in a while I think of playing it again, because I've never finished it. But even if you enjoy Diablo and enjoyed the base game, I couldn't recommend it, because the mechanics that they have, the mechanics that they carried over from Immortals, does not play well with the Diablo style game. Like you can't explore nearly as much as you progress in it as you can in the base game. Same, like there's so many areas that you just can't get to because like they're too tall of cliffs or something. You know?
Excellent. That's one less beast and nest of brood.
It's just not good. Like,
Don't you worry about me. Speak with Isran. He has something for you.
Oh, Isran has an assignment for us this time. But yeah, it's just not good. He's upstairs, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, I just can't think of. I just can't think of any reason that I would actually recommend that game or recommend that DLC to someone. Like, I don't. Like, I imagine the only people that actually finished that DLC did so for a reason other than I enjoyed it. Like, they're either somebody who, like me, really wanted to get all the achievements in that. Now, thankfully for me, I played that on the PlayStation, which means separate trophy lists, which means my other ones are still at 100%.
Be on your guard at all times. Avoid sleep if you can. The Jarl's in danger, but be warned. Convince them. Quickly now. The longer you delay, the more danger the Jarl is in.
Can I jump down? I can. It's gonna hurt, but that's fine. But yeah, I just can't say I could ever recommend it. I mean, the story looked like it was gonna be good. Like, I was enjoying the story behind it, and like the little side quests and that, but just gameplay wise, it's just so bad.
I'm a swordman.
I mean, I don't favor the bow. I'm good with a bow.
Keep my eyes open. When will you fools learn? The night is ours.
Guess it's all clear now.
Anyway.
Fall Creek is a hard place. Running a farm here is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking when they made that DLC. I imagine the people...
Finally, someone useful is around.
You are in danger. A vampire has infiltrated.
That's quite a bold claim. I'd need proof before I could possibly accept it.
Alright. I don't know how you're supposed to find proof of this. It's been so long. Yes, Serana. Excuse me, Serana. Come over here. Thank you. But yeah, it's just been... I don't know. It's kind of like Just Cause 4. In the way that, like, me playing that DLC kind of just made me want to play Diablo. Because it was better. Because it was a better version of that game. I would say that it made me want to play Immortals because it was a better version, or because Immortals was a better version, but since I just played Immortals, yeah, that's probably why. How am I supposed to find evidence? As a visiting advisor to his court. Nenya. I mean, it's going to be an unnamed person. It's just going to be like advisor or some shit. Like, right, that's the guy that I killed, so he wouldn't be there. But anyway, the reason I bring that up is because, like, Just Cause 4 just kind of makes me want to play Just Cause 3. Because, like, I've been playing it. I am going to probably 100% it. It's not hard. Oh, is this it?
Yes?
See me again sometime. I might have some use for you.
What do you want, little elf? Get away from me.
Alright.
Yes? What is it that you want? Well, I trust you'll take care of this unwanted visitor. My guards will not interfere with you carrying out my justice.
Hmm?
See me again.
You're mine.
Alright. I mean, we also could have just killed him if we could have done it silently. Dragon.
Who's there? There you are. I'm not gonna die like this.
You know, I feel like power attacks don't do enough damage.
That'll teach you.
It may be dead now. Where did it come from?
The sky, obviously. How long have we been going in?
In all
54
my years, I've never seen such a thing.
Okay, well, we'll turn this in.
Yes? What did you need?
Don't get too close.
And I'll see if dumbass there will give us another weapon to go find. If not, I'll just grab the weapons in between. I mean, it's very basic dungeon crawls. And as you notice, with how many quests we actually got through in this part, like, we did a huge number of quests in this part. He's upstairs again, isn't he? Since we've already cleared out most of the locations, I'm just going to quickly run through them anyway to get the weapons, so. But hey, we got all the crossbows.
Be on your guard at all times.
Destroyed the vampire.
Good. Maybe now they'll afford the vampire threat a tad bit more respect.
I doubt it. What time is it? 8 p.m.? It's 50-50 where they are.
Cozy little place, isn't
the alchemy lab. That
Hope you're getting along with Isran. He'd take some getting used to.
Damn it. Oh, alright.
He's been watching up. I once killed 30 vampires.
What
with
can I do to help?
has some. Your wife, a vicious night.
Uh-huh.
Arke has some. Your wife, a vicious. Arke is never clear on life and death.
Look, with the amount of people that live at that house now, and with how powerful they are,
Arke has some. Your wife.
There's no way. I mean, even the kids have like fucking like Daedric daggers and shit. All right, well, it looks like I might have to go save my wife, but whatever. That'll be it for this part. We did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did 11 quests in this part, which I think is pretty fucking good, considering that we usually do like 2 or 3. Granted, they're longer, but still. So yeah, in between this part and next part, I'll try and get the last 2 fucking quests from this dickhead. And then I'll start the next part. I'll just show you what they are. It's an axe, by the way. The other one I couldn't remember. I remembered the shield and the warhammer. The last one's an axe. But yeah, I'll grab them. I'll show you what they do at the beginning of the next part, and then we'll continue on with the actual Dawnguard quest line, this Chasing Echoes one, which will lead into a rather large area for us to explore. But when we get there, we'll just focus on the main quest right away when we're there, and then I'll look up, because we got to find specific things there, or once we're there we need to find specific things to do the side quests. So that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on Thursday for more.